Have you hit a plateau when it comes to your fat loss or muscle building results? If you have, it comes down to one main factor. Now, that one main factor is structure. The overall structure around your nutrition, your training, your lifestyle. It is not fucking starvation mode. That is not the reason you cannot continue to lose fat. This is a term, I think, made up by personal trainers who want to try and get you to the next session, as opposed to actually helping you out and giving you a nutrition plan.
Boom. Roasted.
There are only two things that matter when it comes to getting lean and actually losing overall body fat. One is inputs, the other is outputs. Now, let me clarify those so that we're on the exact same page and I can help give you the plan to break through your plateau right now. The inputs is simple, your calorie intake, that's what's going in. The outputs are your metabolism, your overall activity, the thermic effect of food, and your workouts. If you are not losing fat, your inputs are too high in comparison to your outputs, but I'm going to give you the structure and how to bust through this plateau. If you're stuck when it comes to fat loss, this is how I see most health journeys going when people come to me for help. Number one, you start trying a diet method you came across on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or someone you know. You maybe pick up a gym membership. Step number two, you start working out. You're maybe following something off of YouTube, but you're kind of directionless. You're showing up and putting in the work. After around 4 or so weeks, then you start to kind of plateau. Your results aren't what they were at the start. Your results have flattened out. They've went like this from this. You now kind of start to question whether what you're doing is even correct. Are you wasting your time? Is this a complete and utter waste of your time? And motivation starts to dwindle. One workout gets missed, 2 workouts gets missed, you start snacking, you start kind of making some bad choices, and before you know it, you're back to square one. And even worse off than you were before because you actually downregulated your metabolism as well. This is the cycle I see so many people going through and ultimately never making progress. You go through this loop every few months when you get uncomfortable and you decide you start wanting to make changes. Here's exactly what you need to do in the 5 key areas that you must create structure in if you want to actually get and sustain results and never hit a plateau moving forward again. Step number 1 is calories. That's the input portion. Now, how much calories should you consume? There are online calculators out there for free that will give you a rough estimate. Most of them are a starting point. That's all they are. If the calories you start with are not allowing you to lose weight, then they're simply too high. What I suggest is taking your goal body weight, timesing it by 12, and that's your starting point. Your goal body weight in pounds. So if you're 200 pounds, times it by 12, it's 2,400 calories. That's a starting point. It's not perfect. No calorie calculator is. Don't get hung up on it. Just hit it consistently. Create your structure, create your plan to hit 2,400 calories, and then start to adjust as you're going through. Step number 2 is the protein amount on a daily basis. Protein is a standalone macronutrient. It's going to help you build muscle, it's going to help keep you satiated. There are essential amino acids that you need in order to recover from your workouts and improve your overall strength and physical performance as well. How much protein should you consume? Let's keep this easy. Again, you'll find 10,000 formulas out there that recommend certain things. The scientific range if you want to optimise for muscle building and fat loss is 0.7 to 1.2 grams per pound of body weight. I like to simplify this and just allocate 1 gram per pound of body weight if that's your goal. Again, your goal body weight here. So if your goal body weight is 200 pounds, then simply eat 200 grams of protein. Don't overcomplicate it. Overcomplicating things, majoring in the fucking minors, is why so many people get stuck. You do not need to focus on all the minutiae. Hit 1 gram of protein per pound, hit your goal body weight in calories times 12, you're good to go in the nutrition front. Don't overthink it. You can start to add complexity once you're consistent. The third area you need to create some structure around is actually more important than your workouts for energy balance, and that is activity. You will generally burn around 20% of your calories on a daily basis from non-exercise activity. Non-exercise activity is anything like this. Walking around, just general movement, things that you don't even think about. Now, as I said, it allocates around 20% of your calories burned per day. And the best way to track and manage this is through setting a step goal. Your overall activity is going to be kind of determined by the amount of steps you hit on a daily basis. I usually have an Apple Watch on. You can get a Fitbit for relatively cost effective. If you have a phone, it will literally track. Who doesn't have a fucking phone these days? Put it in your pocket, track your steps. How many steps should I do? More than you're doing. If you're not losing fat, if you've hit a plateau, your step count is not high enough. There's no need to sugarcoat this. You're simply not moving enough. You're not active enough. It's not very helpful information, of course, but how do you bump it up? Start with a 20% increase. That's more than enough to get some progress rolling. That's generally how we bump activity up when we're helping out clients. So, how do you actually put a plan in place to do this? I recommend something extremely fucking simple. The 3x15 method. What is this? 3 15-minute walks per day. One in the morning, get out your bed 15 minutes earlier. One in your lunch, don't sit and just pig into your lunch, go walk after it. And then one in the evening. If you can't find 15 minutes to walk in the evening instead of sitting down glued to TV, then I'm sorry, you're just not serious about your fucking goals. 3 15-minute walks a day, start there, that'll get you 22 hours of walking in a month, which is highly significant. Fourth area is your workouts. If you're going into the gym without a plan, without a structure, without something to work towards, that is fucking pointless and aimless. It's better than nothing, but why would you want to just go in there just to be better than nothing? You want to go in there to be efficient, effective, and utilise your time. How valuable is your time? How much is your time worth per hour? Think about that and think about every hour you fucking wasted in the gym, not doing what you're supposed to be doing, not focusing on a plan. The amount of people I see in the gym who look aimless, who look directionless, is frightening. It's probably over 75%. No harm to them, they maybe don't understand physics in personal training, and it's not something I had an understanding of when I started out in the gym. But if you have never been exposed to a coach or had a plan or had something created for you, invest in one. Go out and spend 40 quid on a downloadable program. It's better than nothing. There's free programs in the description of this video. Go and start with something. Go in with a plan, go in with a framework, and you have to get better. If you're at a plateau when it comes to muscle building, for example, it's probably because you're doing the same workouts and lifting the same weights as you did 6 months ago. You have to provide some stimulus for your body to change. Failure to do so will mean all you do is this: spin your wheels. You're just constantly going in circles. Complete fucking waste of time. Create a structure around your workouts, have a plan, focus on getting better for around 6 to 12 weeks, and then switch things up. The fifth and final area that is one of the big key drivers is your sleep. Again, recommended here 7 to 9 hours. Wear a sleep mask, black out your blinds, take some magnesium before bed, tape your mouth, sounds weird but give it a go, and turn your screens off 60 minutes before bed. That's everything you need to know about sleep. Maybe do some stretching to relax before you go to sleep as well. I personally find that exceptionally helpful. That's it. That is the 5 key things that you need to create structure around. If you create structure around these 5 things, and you execute them consistently, then all you need to do is adjust one variable if you're not making progress. The reason most people get stuck is they do not have a proper plan, they do not have proper structure in any area of the nutrition, training, activity, or lifestyle. That's why you're at a fucking plateau. Not because you need to eat a certain food or wear a waist trainer or go on a detox. You don't need to do any of that bullshit. You need to create a proper plan in every area of your life, and then you will get exceptional results. Off to the side is going to be a past video that you'll enjoy. It is the fastest way to boost testosterone. Again, this will really help if you're stuck at any plateau. Go and watch that video, check it out. See you all in the next one.